This is, yeah. Wait, wait, did I just get the same? I did. Load.
Objection!
Damn it. Didn't realize. Didn't realize. Well, had I saved it? Nope. Hmm.
Hold it!
Yeah. You sure go see your band? Gonna have to go yeah on that one, I'm afraid. Wearing just as look, I got a big thumbs down and taking time. Got trust and please. Despite his confidence, Mr. Gusto failed me through the tree. I can miss across the system shouldn't have affected me. I just so there's no other difference. 18 years mystery. And the key from love me to his final address. She can remember from a friend told me about what he and my father discovered.
Objection!
I can think of one significant difference between the semi-final and the final, Mr. Cousteau. Your son. This is him in the photograph, correct? You told me he was here with you for the semi-final. He was here with you until the semi-final, until he suddenly wasn't for the final. And just as suddenly, your work went from being lauded for its flavour to being lambasted for it. I didn't think that's a coincidence, do you? He wasn't just spending quality time with his father. He was playing a much more pivotal role than that. I just wanted him to see me hard at work, to show him I was trying my best for us. talks a good game, but nothing about this guy seems stupid happening. Does it to anyone? Indeed. Frankly, we would only have to give such an idea of credence if his story were true. After all, how much could the encouragement of one small boy affect the taste of a great man's work? Mr. Gusto prided himself in the flavour of his creations, and then he lost his sense of taste. He had a tough time maintaining his high standards after such a devastating loss. Unless... I'm sure you stuff some of us here to cheer you on, but that wasn't all he was here to do, was it? You are a very suspicious man, Mr. Prosecutor. But why not try answering yourself? What was an elementary school doing here than to support his father? To make your creations for you. Nope. Your son knew the taste of your work pretty well, I imagine, Mr. Gusto. He was my biggest fan, of course he knew it. In which case, he would have been a great judge of whether something tasted on brand, so to speak. No? What are you implying? You've already told us that you were suffering from a taste disorder. No one knew about your condition. Indeed, I doubt Mr. Frost would have wanted to continue collaborating with you had he found out. After all, it was your job to make sure his creations tasted good. And therefore, your son wasn't just here to support you, he was helping you by taste testing your work. Dang, now it all makes sense. Frost stuff tasted good because it really was finished the day before when the kid was still. You have a vivid imagination, Mr. Prosecutor, but you will seriously think I'd trust a kid to tell me how to adjust the taste of my masterpieces? You have some pride, you know, even back then. Did you now? My designs may not have been much to write home about back then. Yeah, I kind of suspected that Judy was innocent to an extent. But I always knew my work tasted better than anyone else. You think I'd risk everything by putting my reputation in the hands of a child? This is just mere speculation. That's all it is. In that case, I ask to speak with your son this instant. Let's see how much of your story he can corroborate. Sadly for you, my son is no longer my concern. What? As soon as I got my sense of taste back, I went straight to Zhengfa to start my training. Cut off all ties with people. You abandoned your own child? That ain't the half of it. No one knows where he is even now. The cops looked all over him, but no dice. So, still think you can prove your asinine theory? Let's see you try. You think I care about anything besides confectionery? Think again. I got my sense of taste back. What need do I have for a son? Yeah, give it up. 18 years is a long time for anything to surface now. Proof or otherwise. Where are you, Detective Gumshoe? Can't imagine his blood could possibly. I get it, that's the right way, sir. Please do, Detective. That's the last piece of the puzzle, I'm sure of it. If we know whose blood it is. Hey, Miles, I'd get in on your mind palace now, but I was pondering something myself. Our friend Gusto didn't come in just to check up on the body, did he? You mean because he tried to open the case? Mundo, think we have anything that might explain why I tried to do that? You might, if Detective Gumshoe can make it back in time with a certain piece of evidence. Miss Edgeworth, sir, sorry to keep you waiting. Speak of the devil. I take it you have the test results, Detective? Yes, sir. The lab just got back to me.
What? Hey, not fair! Why didn't anybody tell me about any of this?
Is indeed the evidence in question, Your Honor. It needed testing, so I asked him to take help.
Why is everyone always helping me? I'm supposed to be on charge here.
Mr. Winner, I'm sorry I didn't involve you. This is important. Can we at least hear what the detective had to say?
Well, alright.
So, Detective Gumshoe, what did the test have to tell us? You're not gonna believe this, but the owner of the blood we found in liquid at the bottom of the Gemini case, Carmelo Gusto, the victim of the poison gas. What are you talking about? Thank you, Detective. You've been very helpful. Well, looks like my suspicion was right. If you'd actually let me talk this time. Saying the very thing the perpetrator of the IS-7 incident has been trying to hide all these years. The fact that your blood was found inside the Gemini case, Mr. Gusto, is as good as us finding your blood lying right next to Mr. Frost's body.
Overruled.
If you won't answer, Her Honor, Mr. Gusto, then I will. There wasn't just blood in the liquid from the Gemini's case. There were traces of salt and sugar. And if you remember, one particular part of Mr. Frost's work was allegedly very salty indeed. Oh yeah, you're talking about what delicious toast back then, right? What was it again? Yes, the liar, the only liar, tasted as if it had been inflamed with salt. There were no traces of salt anywhere else in Mr. Frost's entry. The salt on the liar came from...
Take that!
A lamp from the IS-7 incident. Indeed, I believe that the salt that gave the liar its flavour came from just such a lamp. Mr. Von Karma had established that both salt lamps were Mr. Tangro's who at the time of the crime. One of them was used to kill Mr. Frost. And it was stained with his blood. But no corresponding pool of blood was found in Mr. Tangro's room. Right, because the cook had chucked a piece of chocolate around on in a little street. Furthermore, aside from the liar, no traces of salt were found anywhere else in Mr. Frost's room either. Hey, come to think of it, lamps were found in Alicia's room were both broken. We never did figure out how one wasn't used to kill Frost combusted, but rethinking maybe that Gusto's blood on it at some point. Anyone whose blood was found on one of the lamps would have been a person of interest. So the killer needed to hide the body with the blood somehow, in a way that wouldn't arouse suspicion. I suspect that the bloody salt was somehow tied to the liar so as to be hidden inside the case. Because unlike fountain water, the sculptures would have needed more time and care to test properly. And so he waited and waited for his chance to dispose of Lyra undetected. 18 years ago, Mr. Frost's body and the evidence pointing to his killer were taken away together. And this, of course, was not part of the perpetrator's plan. And thus a new dilemma arose. The possibility that the body, incriminating evidence, or both would resurface one day. So back he comes 18 years later, sneaking in bright and early to try to recover his tracks. Well, Mr. Gusto, are you finally ready to admit it, that you are the one responsible for the IS-7 incident? Gusto. So I finally got caught, huh? All these years later, nobody came close back then. Not even the big shot prosecutor or the attorney. That's some impressive work, Mr. Prosecutor. I have to hand it to you. You admit it, then, that you murdered Archie Frost? Yeah, sure, I do. I did it. I killed him. But he only had himself to blame. What do you mean by that? He agreed to help me. We were supposed to help each other so that one of us could win. And whoever won was supposed to let the other use the cookie. But on the day of the final, the rat finally showed its true colors. Seriously, Frost? We had a deal. Sorry, I'm not helping you in the final. Our little agreement is over, Gusto. But I helped you! I spent all day yesterday making the ice for your pieces. Did you know? You can prove that, I suppose. What do you... Wait, you're planning to betray me right from the start, weren't you? After Frost double-crossed me, I had to make my piece for the final by myself. And like you said, my son wasn't there, so I didn't have any help with the flavor either. So much for the pride you claim to have in your ability to make delicious desserts. Go ahead and judge. You have no idea what it was like for someone like me to lose my sense of taste. Give up everything to become the best. Everything, take pride in that. Something someone like you could never understand. You're right, I used to understand. Do you take pride in the fact that you resorted to murder? Or that you abandoned your son? Why would I want to understand someone who could do such things? A man can't afford to rely on other people. I learned that the hard way 18 years ago. My son never showed up on the day of the final, and in hindsight, I wouldn't be surprised if Frost was the reason why. What exactly happened to your son? How am I supposed to know? I told you, he's none of my concern anymore. And according to you guys, nobody knows where he is now either. So, with his disappearance, so too went your chances of winning, correct? Yeah, I had to find another way of getting my hands on that book. That's when inspiration struck. I decided to skip afternoon tea and snuck into Tango's. Should have been so easy. All I had to do was photograph the formulas I needed and get out of there. But then Frost showed up. I thought I might find you here. Stealing recipes from the famous cookbook, Frost! What's this? A cure for taste disorders? Oh no, that's just too tragic. Confection who can't taste anything? What will people say? If you tell anybody, I'll... Oh! You know what? You can't even hit me, you miserable worm. Why? Frost shoved me hard when I went to punch him, knocked me clean off my feet. Crashed into one of the lamps. Must have been when my blood got on me. When it was all over, I realized I had to get rid of that blood somehow, so I scraped off all the bloody bits, dissolved the salt shavings in some flavored ice mixture, and brushed it all over the hearth. And that's how you made the evidence linking you to murder vanish. Frost was going to blackmail me. He would have made me give him money to keep quiet about my condition. So you decided you had to kill him? Yeah, I guess I did. Why would I let him live? Would you want someone holding something like that over your head? Besides, he's the one who drew first blood. Makes for a solid case of self-defense, don't you think? So, that was the impetus behind it all. Anyway, I initially took the lamp to Frost. Went straight there once I figured out I was going to hide the bloody part. Inspired by all the ice sculpting tools lying about the place, I guess. You're not as dumb as you pretend to be. Yeah, figured I could use them to chip it off and grind it up. Once that was done, painting the stuff all over the hearth was easy. But why, Samson? Why do you have to train me? I never meant for the cops to pin it on you. That was your fault. You and the rest of them. Why do you think I went to the trouble of placing the lamps and cloths back in Sconsley? There's only one reason: to plant a murder weapon in the room of another contestant. And that can cast suspicion on that person. Sorry, I had a bit too much to drink last night, so got a bit tongue-tied. I respect it, Tango. He was the best, a true champion. I would never have wanted him to take the fall. But you're a fraud. Your work wasn't even real. You had no respect for our craft at all. You deserve to be punished for what you did. And had you refrained from eating Tango's work, Frost's body wouldn't have been found. My plan was to wait until Tango was judging your room. That's when I'd sneak the corpse into Frost's room and freeze it. But thanks to you, Foundry found it before I had the chance to retrieve it. I don't understand. When do you need to freeze the body? Ah, why indeed? Obscure time of death. Mr. Gusto needed to freeze Mr. Frost's body in order to obscure time of death. If they determined when the murder occurred during afternoon tea, it would have been any obvious suspect. Bingo! Freezing Frost's body wasn't simple. Preparing everything took time. So I decided to put his body in the chest in Tango's room, while I got everything ready in Frost. At the time, it seemed like the perfect hiding place. Never counted on some gluttonous pharmacist showing up and making the whole ship collapse. The sooner it was found, the smaller the effect of freezing it would have had on masking the time of death. Therefore, he needed to disguise it, at least until it fully frozen. Ironically, Tango would have been just fine if the body hadn't been found before I got it out of his room. Only things had gone to plan. He wouldn't even have been arrested, let alone convicted. Don't let him get inside your head, Jules. No, this is your fault. If it weren't Samson, it would have been Delisha instead. She would have been the one they arrested. Either way, there's only one person to blame, and that's Gusto. It didn't help that the initial detective was so bad at his job either. He never even told the prosecutor that the body had vanished. So then, Mr. Von Karma had unwittingly placed Mr. Tango under arrest in the absence of a body? I mean, I guess it would explain why he was so keen to wrap things up. Still, you'd think he'd notice something as big as that if he'd taken a look at a few reports, right? Not if someone had been deliberately distorting the facts of the case. Either way, it seems that Mr. Von Karma didn't know about the body until after the arrest had been made. But admitting that would have spoiled his perfect record. So he kept it to himself and proceeded to prosecute Mr. Tango regardless. Can this really be true? Sticks and stones, girlie. Sticks and stones. What a jerk. I'll arrest you right here, pal. So you noticed, huh? Glad somebody did. Statute of Limitations. 7 years from the time. The statute is suspended should the suspect flee to a foreign country. The statute is suspended from the time of any accomplice's indictment to the end of their trial. Once the statute is expired, he can't be charged. So. Yeah, that couch is gonna agree to that. So the committee means for the verdict from 18 years ago for Sandy Matter. Like I said, no. 15 years from the day of the crime. The statute is suspended from the time of any accomplice's indictment to the end of their trial. And the fact that Tanjiro went down as an accomplice. Since Tanjiro was only arrested as an accomplice.
Objection!
Nope.
Objection!
Nope. God damn it.
Hold it!
Depending on your actions over the last 18 years, the statute may not have expired. This ought to be good. Alright, got nothing to hide. Very well. Tell us where you've been and what you've been doing since the incident. Oh, not long after the contest I was able to kill. That explains a lot. We tried to contact you after the fact, but I guess you were long gone by then.
Objection!
And who on the backs and heirs whose lives you destroyed? What's an omelette without a few eggs, Nothing, Mr. Prosecutor, nothing. Sticks and stones, girlie. You can't arrest me, and that's all that matters. What work with? There's somewhere here that can get out of him. Jing Fa, because nuts. No. Would you mind telling us more about Mr. Tanjiro's final day in court? Fine! As for Tanjiro, didn't stick around for his final court appearance.
Hold it!
And depending on your actions over the last 18 years, the statute may not have expired. This ought to be good. Alright, got nothing to hide. training thing.
Objection!
The statute of limitations for murder is subject to the following condition. The statute is suspended should the suspect flee to a foreign country, which means that the time spent abroad doesn't count toward the total time under the statute. It was 3 years exactly. 3 years, hold on. Nobody say anything till I've done the math. Murder happened 18 years back. Statute is 15 years. Had to pay overseas. This has been shooting us along this whole time. I had a very good year, Logie says, but ISM went down the end of December. It's April now, which means, strictly speaking, it's been 18 years and 4 months since Frost murder. Gusto staying in Zhangfa really has 3 years on the nose, not enough. 15 months short. What'd I tell you? You can't touch me. Hate to admit it, but he read the board well when he made his confession. There must be something I can do. Dude, what are you thinking?
Objection!
There's no need to go ahead and do your rap sheet. Not done yet. Far from it. There's still a way we can nail it. Alright, Miles Reno, Pepto. Need you to think back over everything you know about the case. Gusto's overlooked one critical thing that you yourself were led to believe wrongly about. Which is, you were there for Samson's last trial, remember? But Sergeant Terry doesn't seem to know what the final verdict that came down that day is. Which means there's still one way left. Crack open your statutes for dummies now and take another look. 17 years ago, they really did a number on Samson and framed him and if we make good use of that verdict now, we can make Gusto pay him full for what he's done. Fender, are you? Those who would overturn the goddess's judgment must be willing to pay the price they failed. Samson's back line, Miles. I can't bring myself to use the source of his pain as weapon in his fight. So every play on that scale or not, it's gonna have to be up to you. Bringing Mr. Gusto to justice can only happen if we use the outcome of that hard-fought trial. Should I raise an objection, Black? I don't know. Raise an objection. My father, Mr. Von Karma, once sought to reveal the truth and the other hide it. Rather similar to what is happening now. I know which path I choose to follow, the one that seeks a real truth.
Objection!
No, Your Honor, Mr. Carmelo Gusto is absolutely guilty, and I refuse to let him walk away. His crimes are too unspeakable to go unpunished. I do. Now to show Judge Gavelle something that proves the statute of limitations hasn't yet expired.
Take that!
Fuck off. Guess that's right. Guess that's right then.
Objection! Take that! Take that!
I'd like to direct your attention to the page concerning the suspect. As you can see, Samson Tanjiro was convicted as an accomplice, and it took around 1 year from his indictment for that verdict to be reached. The book you gave us details certain conditions pertaining to the statute of limitations for murder. One of them, as I mentioned, is that the statute is suspended if the suspect flees the country. And another states that the statute is suspended from the time of any accomplice's indictment to the end of their trial. What? Tango was convicted as an accomplice? Yep, guess you and Zhang Fao, and the verdict came down. Samson was convicted as an accomplice. Now is the main perpetrator. This is clearly news to you, not good news either, am I right? But how can that be? Tango wasn't an accomplice to anyone. He was innocent and you know it. Oh, we know it. It's what we've been trying to prove all along. In a pleasing twist of fate, his wrongful conviction will be the very thing that sets him free. If you spent 3 years in Zhengfa, and your accomplice, Samson Tanjiro, was on trial for 1 year, it means you can still be charged with Mr. Frost's murder up to 19 years after that fact. In other words, the statute of limitations doesn't expire at all. No! How could this? You weren't supposed to be a...
Objection!
18 years. It's a long time to let someone else suffer. Time to pay the piper, Gusto. You have a moment to But I'm finally the greatest. My brilliance has been recognized. I gave up everything for everything, even my son. What's the pity? But you can't run from the law forever, because the bills come due at last. Mr. Crystal's all set for his trip downtown, sir.
Oh, good. Which means it's your turn next, right?
Jude. I'm afraid there's no escaping the consequences of your actions, Miss Bound. But those actions were born of legal mistakes that were made all those years ago. We all know that. So allow me to apologize in return, on behalf of the prosecution. Hey, Jude. You think maybe you might want me to represent you? Not some nervous newbie anymore. There's no way I'm letting you take the rap for it. Sorry, ma'am, but you gotta come with me now. Judge Cavell, why did you lie to us? You implied that there was no case for a retrial, but as we've proven, that wasn't true. Surely anyone truly committed to seeing justice done would have called one as soon as the body was found? Blackmail. And you clearly have no intention of doing so either. Regardless of how it may all play out, we'll never regret what we accomplished here today. No wonder he reforged. No wonder he worked on reforming the legal system around dual destinies.
Why did you stick this nose in your case anyway? You weren't even on the job.
My job is to bring the truth to light, Mr. Winner. Not only as a prosecutor, but as a person.
I don't get it.
I don't expect you to understand. Not as long as you believe not closing a case makes you a winner.
That's going way over my head. I'm going home.
Eustace still has a lot to learn, is all. Yes? I'll call.
Hey, Edgy, looks like you cleared everything up, huh? So, what happened exactly? It's kind of busy schedule. Wait, where did Judy and Verity go?
Now, I am loath to admit it, Larry's sketches did come through for us on more than one occasion. Not I'm about to tell you that.
Quit it with the glaring, will ya? Whatever I did, I'm sorry.
Calm down, Larry. I won't glare at you. You totally were. You're just like your pop. He was a terrible liar too. He was. Listen, I'm gonna head out. You need to find Bill Samson and woman down. You wanna come with? Yes, of course. Now, he's a real sweetheart. You'll love him. Even while locked up, can't help but make all sorts of cookies and cakes for him. By 3 p.m. cake extravaganza is a thing for prisoners and counts alike. Didn't we find a few slices of chocolate cake in the prison the other day? Maybe some of Mr. Tango's baked goods. I heard Joel was coming to see Mr. Tango, so I volunteered to escort him. Hello, no friends. I'm Samson Tango. Prosecutor Miles Edgeworth, at your service. It's very nice to meet you both. Miles is Gregory's son.
Is that so? Your father was very kind to me and fought so hard for my case. But in the end, I betrayed him, made a false confession, and... Don't worry, Mr. Tango. Mr. Fender has explained everything. Good it. Now we're here to tell you the truth about what happened 18 years ago. The truth? Judy did all that for me? Crazy kid racked her brain for 18 years until she finally figured out how to set you free. What can I say? Turns out she really would do anything for you. Oh, Judy, I never did anything to deserve such devotion. Come now, Mr. Tango. I think we all know that's not true. The bond between the two of you has held strong for these years, after all. You think so? Guess I better show him. Which piece of evidence is proof of the bond Mr. Tango and Miss Bound share?
Take that!
Those chocolates! Judy made them, didn't she? Yes, she did. Miss Bound continued making them just as you taught her, even after that fateful day. So that there would always be some waiting for you when you finally came home. Judy! I bet they're beyond super sweet then, aren't they? Very much so, I'm afraid. I wish we could hand them to you. Don't worry, sir. I'll make sure he gets them later. Should be a clear breach of prison policy. I know the authority now to stop him anyway. You know, Detective, something about you reminds me of Detective Pat. Really, pal? Because I look up to him a lot. He's my role model. You don't say. It seems fate likes to bring people of all sorts together, You're hanging in there, Samson. Just a little longer. Should be able to get you out soon. I'm sorry, Satan. Nobody should have to wait 18 years to get justice. Don't be silly, Eddie. I'm the one who should be saying so. Or rather... Thank you, Julie. Samson. Well, I guess it's my turn to look for Julie to come home. Better make sure there's something delicious on the table for her when she finally walks through the door. Don't let me down, Eddie. Leave it to me, big guy. The IS-7 incident. It's been 18 long years, but this case we'd inherited from my father is finally coming to a close. Hey Miles, thanks with it. Sorry if I forced you to make a final call. Not at all, I simply made the call that felt right for me. You know, if Samson was wrongfully convicted, we had to pretend that he wasn't in order to nail Gusto. But he used his false conviction against him, even to save him. His lawyer, I just couldn't bring myself to do it. But now that Gusto's behind bars, I can finally start to get that wrongful conviction overturned. Yes, and I'm sure you will. Yep. What we folks in the chain like to call a legal contradiction. Lawyers far from perfect. Yeah, but you never know. Things might change. The law's always evolving, just like its humans. Your Uncle Eddie and Miles Reno included, am I right? The potential for grave change in people in law, So, Miles, are you gonna keep fighting crime as a prosecutor, or help people as an attorney? Don't tell me you got a big decision ahead of you. Only one you can answer. One only you can answer. Well, let's just say I won't complain if you show up in the house. On that note, it's time for me to skedaddle. I owe you big time and I always repay my debts. But for now, thanks again for the day. I mean it. He did. And honestly speaking, I'm the one who owes him a debt of gratitude. After all, he gave me the chance to reckon with my father's final case.
When I was a boy, all I ever dreamed of was becoming an attorney like my father. And then, during my time with Mr. Von Karma, I learned the way of the prosecutor instead. Eventually, with the help of some good friends, I found my own voice and a new way to live. And now my career as a prosecutor is at the risk of being taken away from me. Maybe time to take another long, hard look at how I want to live my life, whether I like it or not. Is that why he decided? I wonder if that's why he becomes chief prosecutor. Edgeworth and Co. Law Offices. Hey, Greg. Sorry for appointing so late. May have taken 18 years, but we're finally in a position to prove Samson's innocence. All thanks to your boy Miles. Couldn't have done it without. You should have seen him. The way he fought for the truth gave me chills, like I was watching you. And a similar expression to the one at Edgeworth. And the same expression about 18 years later. Yep. Am I going to fight crime as a prosecutor, or help people as an attorney? What is the right answer? Which path should I choose? I hereby call this meeting to order. The committee is gathered here in the sight of the goddess to pass fair and frank judgment. The purpose of this hearing is to assess the professional competency of Mr. Miles Edgeworth. Will you please stop pacing, Detective? You're kicking up dust. And sweep it forward. You don't know for certain that they will. A threat? Almost makes it seem like... I know he's not because he's dead. But... is your boss the reincarnation of Manfred von Karma? She said that would be called to appear before the committee, nothing more. Well, I don't care, I won't stand for it. What if we never get to work together again? I would have thought you would have welcomed the prospective detective. Or it would mean you could work with someone less problematic. Don't say that, sir. I've never heard anyone except that stupid committee say you're problematic. You're not just looking for an excuse, are you? To become a defense attorney, I mean? Because I won't let you. You're prosecutor, Miles Edgeworth. Prosecutor, yeah? To become a defense attorney, The circumstances of my father's death set me on this path to becoming a prosecutor. I've only been interested in law to keep, thanks to my father as well. To work as a defense attorney. You're gonna keep fighting crime as a prosecutor, or help people as an attorney. Someone tells me you got a big decision ahead of you, one only you can make. Are you listening, Mr. Edgeworth? I said I won't let you do this. And since when were you at liberty to tell me what I can and what I can't do?
Really, Detective, there's no need to be so dramatic. The atmosphere is dark enough as it is. Who knows, the next prosecutor you work with might be a little more lenient with your salary assessments. Really? So, no more instant noodles? I mean, no! What are you saying, sir? Don't care about any of that stuff. But you thought about it, didn't you? Only for a moment. We're busy now, come back later. Look, pal, what part of a busy don't you get? We're outside and leave you in a bit. I said we're busy. No thanks, pal. I'm, happy as can be. And who might you be? Well, nobody here is hurt, so are you sure you have the right room? You really do have an upset. What can we say? I'll be fine, thank you. Would you please just tell us what you're doing here? Wait! Too late. Wonder who she brought off. Is there from a hospital? Maybe it's a patient? Someone you cut down the size of your trademark figure? And what exactly is that supposed to mean? So it's not right now, sir. When you glare at me like that, I lose the will to live. You don't want to send me to the hospital, do you? Surely he's exaggerating. So that's the look I always give him. Nothing's happened so far. Thoughts on what? You don't recognize? There is something about it. Something familiar. So you really did put somebody in hospital? Don't be ridiculous, detective. But look, sir, your name's right on the card. Public Prosecutor Miles Edgeworth, plain as day. Be that as it may, that doesn't mean anything. Amnesia? Do I am? That's quite a lot of sleep, if you ask me. Yeah, I only get... Wait. Wait a minute. bet they've only been getting around 8 hours of sleep each night. Hey, have you been stalking me? That's about how much sleep I get. It's going to come down to what you remember, but yes. Well, that's Mr. Edgeworth, I know. Don't worry, miss, you're as good as healed. Let's not get carried away here, detective. I'm a prosecutor, remember, not a miracle worker. Where do we even start? Oh, do you remember your name, miss? So she's only been in the hospital for a day. How can one person be so emotionally draining? And did you find anything apart from my business card? This pin. What the heck? Now you're the grassy pin. Does that mean that it can't be? Okay, is this really you? It's you, isn't it, Kay? Come on, Kay, you really don't remember? Look, it's me, Gummy. That's what you always call me. What the heck happened to you? Never seen you so polite. Being polite and sensitive is just not... Where's the Kay I know? You're nothing like her. Careful, detective. We won't want her to get the wrong impression. You make it sound as if Kay isn't normally polite or sensitive, so... Not necessarily exactly, but... Well, first of all, your full name is Kay Faraday. You're very fun and full of energy, and oh yeah, you're a great thief. There's a little more to it than that, but yes. Thieves generally steal other people's valuables from their dresses or vaults, and... No, that's not what I meant at all. I don't think that is a much good, sir. Hey, no outfit. There's something on this part here. Could it have something to do with how Kay lost her memory? I'll send the outfit over to forensics later and see what they can figure out. Wait a minute. You may be a great thief, but you've never committed a crime in your life. Rest assured, you're no criminal. Perhaps we'd better leave it now for now. Well, that is... You're Prosecutor Edgeworth's assistant. No? No, not quite. We last saw Kay 2 days ago. Perhaps we should try to figure out what she's been doing since then. 2 days? And I wasn't asked for getting this done, I was doing it for about a month. And I'm pretty sure that fall from the roof would do a lot more damage. I'll be the judge of that. Could you please show me first? Scary how next month will have been a year. A German ninja mask. Was she ever show something? A letter, and it's addressed to K. Next, a ticket stub. And finally, a fake flower, the kind people like to spruce up their bathrooms with too. It's a corsage detective, and they're usually worn by women. Kinda hard to tell. Frankly, I'm not really seeing a connection between any of them. I should take a closer look at each piece later when I have the chance. This is bad. I already get K's memory back. And letter K was. Don't worry, I'll make sure you get your precious thing back. Rosie. Big building, viewing platform and ticket. Student, $6. Use limited to valid day of purchase, non-refundable. We can't just let it stay like this forever. Calm down, detective. I have an idea. Look closely at the ticket stub. Yep. This is yesterday's date. The ticket's only valid on the date specified. Suppose it's a stub, that means you use it, right? I think it's a distinct possibility. Well, shall we go see what we can find? No, just like that. The only way to figure out how Kay lost her memory is to retrace her steps. But what about your thing with the committee? Not for a little while yet. We have time. Not for me for the best, but if you don't mind, do you okay? Yes, thank you. I doubt we'll be needing that particular service. Now then, detective, shall we get going? You too, okay? Yes, sir. Yes, of course. Yes, of course. April 5th, big building. Plus. So according to this time, the big building's 50 stories high. So offices inside, so the viewer platform up top's the only part that's open to the public. Yeah, this one's for you, sir. You're handing them out for free in the ticket area. How very kind of you, detective. Alright, I think it's time to go inside. Look out! The big building is about full! The guard is... It's no good. I don't have fresh milk. My phone's not just I'm getting through to him. What's happening here? What's going on with the building? Just stay calm and talk to me, kid. Cut! 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 Ah, yes, I thought as much. Forgive our intrusion. We'll get out of your way. Detective? Oh, sorry. We have me up for a second. Yeah, whatevs. Hey, director guy, can we take 5? Can't work under these conditions. Wish we had time to explain. Maybe later. Come along, you two. Let's make ourselves scarce. Oh, get all that view. Feel the sun on your face. That's okay, you just stand behind me and Mr. Edgewood. They're both more than big enough to keep the breeze away. Speak for yourself. Well, okay, does this place bring back any memories? Perhaps simply encouraging her to talk will help. Okay, please, any thoughts or feelings that come to mind might be a clue to use. No dice, huh? Listen, sir, maybe just this once, try not to be so intimidating, okay? At the very least, don't use your trademark Leona. Nobody asked for your opinion, detective. Clearly.
Hold it!
Well, this ticket sub says once.
Hold it!
Hold it! Hey, let's go place like this now. The things all around us is plenty high. There's only no need to worry.
Hold it!
If nothing is coming to mind, then just take a look around. Do you recognize anything? Anything at all? Go on. So it was raining. She was underneath the church. She saw something red where she stood. Oh. No, but if you could add that to your testimony, we can explore further.
Objection!
No. Something red.
Objection!
Nope. Okay, does this remind you? No. It only reminds people of nothing.
Objection! Hold it!
It doesn't have to be related to how you lost your memory, but if anything floats up at all, just say it. If you're hungry, you only have to say, "Young cotton candy, you got it. My treat." I have to get something out first somehow. Even if I press a little. That can be taken out of context, you know.
Hold it!
There's something red. Can you tell me more about it? I see no violation there. Was it the concession stand over there, perhaps? And then what happened? That's alright. You could just add what you told us your testimony.
Objection!
Nope.
Hold it!
The standing question is the one behind you, correct? Tell me something. This person you keep mentioning. Did you not see their face, or did you simply not know who they were? So all we have to go on is a person walking toward her from beyond the concessions. The mask.
Objection!
Nope.
Objection!
You say that you saw someone over there beyond the stand, and that they were walking toward you? Are you sure it wasn't a ghost? But from where you were standing, anyone you saw on the other side of the concession stand would have to have been floating midair, hundreds of feet above the ground. So how on earth could it have been a person? She's panicking. Okay, what's the matter? You're right, we're here. Whatever it is, I can't hear you. The person in the red raincoat could walk on air, and they were supposedly pushed off in the building. And this makes any sense. Not used to which nobody could fall from this height and survive. They did. Attention everyone, please stay right where you are. What's wrong, officer? I'm Detective Gumshoe. I'm filling in. Yes, sir. Body's been discovered here in this building, sir. Whose body, exactly? Not sure, we're still working on it, but what we do know is that the victim is a young woman. Her name is Kay. What the blazing... Meanwhile... Committee for Prosecutorial Excellence. Chamber. Wait, this room. Officer, isn't this... Yes, sir, this is the trial chamber of the Committee for Prosecutorial Excellence. So it's in now. I knew that they'd moved out to the prosecutor's building, but no idea that they'd come here. Maybe I know some kind of incident. I'm sorry, but who might this be? It's a pleasure to meet you. Prosecutor Miles H. at your service. Nurse Needler, your grandmother's name hurts, is she? So the woman is the head of a hospital. How did you do that? Oh, sounds like you're kind of a big deal, man. It seems Dr. Hurst is a bit of an introvert. Oh, there's no fixing those, man. They're downright incurable. You sure you want me? Oh wait, that's Needler. What the fuck? Wait, please. What do you mean? Exactly what? Like I'm trapped in a comedy routine. I can't escape. What the heck is that deal? What does it matter as long as we have permission to investigate? Alright, let's get to work. That's what we're looking to figure out. Don't worry, you're a Nikkei we know, I'm certain of it. A Kay who lost her memory and a victim who shares her name. Both meeting their respective fates in Bates' big building. No doubt this case will be the key to restoring our Kay's memories. Take my life, right? Oh. The statue of the goddess of justice. You sure know your stuff, sir. So does she dole out blessings or what? She's not that kind of goddess, detective. She's a symbol of the sanctity of law. Scale lives in justice, the sword retribution, and the blindfold shows her impartiality. The only detail there is the bloodstain. I can only surmise the killer must have moved it for some reason after committing the murder. If I'm not very much mistaken, it's poor Holly Bridge. You mean the victim from the IS-7 instance, sir? Mr. Artie Frost? No matter how murky his name or morals were, there was no denying his skill. It was a genuine work of art. I heard someplace that a lot of good artists are either geniuses or eccentrics. Which do you think he was? I don't know about Hyde, but Murray is definitely an eccentric. Round table. That's the round table. Arthur, Lancelot, Roland, Astolfo, if I'm not mistaken, Mordred. Yes, that wasn't it. Newts of the round table. Knives of the round table. Oh. Further and further from the mark. For granted, I only know about every Fate through the Fate franchise, but of course, I'll come back and examine the body.